Mama, and today,
Read With Us.
I'm going to read you chapter 7, and chapter 7 is called Stop, Drop, and Roll. We did chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and chapter 6 already. If you probably should do them in order so you know what's happening. This is one of my favorite books. I love this book so far. And I haven't read the chapter 7 yet by myself. So I'm really excited to read it with you, especially. Chapter 1 was called Field Trip Surprise. Chapter 2, Help. Chapter 3, Where's the Fire? Chapter 4, Doomed. Chapter 5, Station 1. Chapter 6, Woo, woo, woo. Now, chapter 7 is called Stop, Drop, and Roll. After chapter 7, we only have one more chapter left, and that chapter is called Emergency. I'm so excited because we read this in one night, and this is going to be my favorite. Sorry, guys. I should really get started it, or didn't. Okay. Chapter 7, Stop, Drop, and Roll. Come on, Freddy, said Robbie. We've got to hurry up. It's time for our fire safety lesson. Captain Ken led everybody back to the classroom in the fire station. Everybody, please find a seat. I'm going to do a little lesson on fire safety now. And then I will choose a few lucky people to slide down the fire pole. I closed my eyes and wished that this field trip was already over. When I opened my eyes, I was still sitting in the same place. Why couldn't I have magic powers just this once? I whispered to myself. Did you say something? Captain Ken asked. I realized he was talking to me. Oh no. Nothing, I said. Okay, then let's get started. I'm going to ask you the most important question first. What should you do if you ever have an emergency? Dial 911. We all said together. Very good. If you ever have an emergency at your house, and if your house is on fire or somebody gets hurt, then you should always call 911 right away. It's very important that you know your address because the 911 operator will ask you what it is. So she knows where to send help. If you're not sure of your address, then go home tonight and practice it with your parents. Now, does anybody know what to do if your clothes catch on fire? Before anything had a chance to answer, Max jumped out of his seat, dropped onto the floor, and yelled, "Stop, drop, and roll!" Stop, drop, and roll. Demonstrated it as he said. That is correct, said Captain Ken. If your clothes catch on fire, then you should not run around. If you run around, the flames will get bigger. Instead, you should drop to the ground and roll around. That will put out the flames. Thank you for your answer, Max, said Miss Rushy. But next time, please wait to be called on. Captain Ken continued. Raise your hand if you have if you have smoke detectors in your house. Everybody's hand shot up. Excellent. That's what I like to see, because smoke detectors save lives. What should you do if your smoke detector goes off in the middle of the night? Get out of the house, said Jessie. Excellent, said Captain Ken. How many ways are there to get out of your room? Oh, I know this one, said Chloe. One way, out through the bedroom door. Actually, said Captain Ken, there is a second way out. Does anyone know what it is? Robbie raised his hand. I know. You could go out the window. Very good, Robbie, said Captain Ken. That is correct. If you smell smoke in your house, crawl to your bedroom door. Crawl to your bedroom door and feel the door with the back of your hand. If your door feels hot, then don't open it. Climb out the window instead. Or if your bedroom is not on the ground floor, then open the window and wait for the firefighters to arrive. Why don't I have to crawl? Asked Chloe. Because if your house is filled up with smoke and you don't want to breathe in that smoke, it's not good for you. The cleaner air is closer to the ground. So that is why you should crawl once you are outside. Should you go back in to get your teddy bear or your special blanket? If I let my China doll in my room, then I wouldn't have to go back and get it. It is a special present from my Nana. She had it when she was a little girl, said Chloe. If it got burned, I would never be able to get another one. They don't make them anymore. Well, my abuela, my abuela always tells me that I should never go back in, said Jessie. She says that she can buy another bear or another toy, but she can't buy another me. That's right. Your grandma is very smart, lady. Is a very smart lady. You should never go back inside a burning building. I know the doll your Nana gave you is one of a kind, Chloe, but no toy is more important than your life. I know your grandma would never want to lose you. No, she wouldn't, said Chloe. She always tells me how precious I am. I think I'm going to be sick, whispered Jessie. Robbie giggled. Okay, moving on. Captain Ken continued. How many of you have a family meeting place for once you get outside? I do, said Robbie. If there ever is a fire in the house, then my sister and I are supposed to get out as quickly as possible, and then meet my parents at the big tree in the front yard. That's a great meeting spot. Does anyone else have one? I'm supposed to go to my neighbor's house, said Max. That's another good idea. You all are so smart, said Captain Ken. Now that we all know how important smoke detectors are, you should check them often to make sure they are working. I always know when the battery is getting low, said Jessie, because it starts chirping like a bird. Yes, that's one way to know that it needs new batteries. But it's better not to wait that long, said Captain Ken. I think it's a good idea to check them once a month. You should remind your parents at the beginning of each month to check the smoke detectors. It only takes a few minutes and it saves lives. Let's just talk about a few more things, and then we'll do the fire pole. Time was running out. I had to think of something fast. I raised my hand. Yes, said Captain Ken. May I please go to the bathroom? Of course you can. There is one right down the hall. Would you like me to have Brad show you where it is? Oh, no, that's okay, I said. I can find it myself. The truth was, I wasn't really going to go to the bathroom. I was going to find a place to hide until our visit was over. There was no way I would ever have the guts to slide down that pole. And I didn't want Max calling me a baby for the rest of my life. If I just disappeared for a little bit, no one would know that I was gone. I would just repair when the pole sliding part was over and act like I was sorry I missed it. I tiptoed out of the room as Captain Ken reminded everyone never to pull the fire alarm at school as a joke. I quietly walked down the hall and into the garage. I decided that one of the trucks would be the best place to hide. I walked over to the shiny big red fire engine that Robbie and I had been playing in earlier and climbed up. Sparky was sleeping on the seat. He jumped up when I stepped inside. Oh no, this is bad. Hey boy, I whispered. I patted his head so he wouldn't start barking. Then I got down on the floor so nobody would be able to see me in there. And I laid perfectly still without making a sound. Sparky curled up next to me. The only things I would hear were the sound of his breathing and the beating of my heart. Thump, thump, thump. Now that was a great chapter. That's the end of chapter 7. That was so fun because the next chapter is called Emergency Chapter. And it's our last chapter. So stay tuned for the next video. These are so fun. 1, 2.